While traveling to Eldehar, our heroes experienced the fallout of traversing an otherworldly realm. Their bodies would randomly give out on them, and they would collapse. While most regained their consciousness quickly, at one point, Freya fell and nothing our heroes did could awaken her. Upon reaching Eldehar, they left Freya in their cart and then spent a lot of time discussing and arguing what to do next. It was quite unusual to see such a large number of soldiers gathered in the small hamlet of Eldehar. Even more troubling was the way they were scattered throughout the village. It seemed as if they were not protecting the hamlet, but rather occupying it. In the end, our heroes decided to approach the soldiers, hoping that the newfound occupation didn't have anything to do with them. Yet, doubt lingered in their minds, for it seemed as though this was precisely the reason why Pimpim and the other villagers had not yet reached Geldush. Two of the soldiers in front of you step 2 meters in front of the rest, raise their arms and shout, "Identify yourselves!"
Zervas of House Bjorken.
They briefly look at one another. He's to come to the front as well as the archers. One of them shouts, "Zervas, you are wanted for questioning. You will submit." Thus the Archmage proclaims.
Oh, fuck.
I shout back, "We seek no quarrel, we shall obey."
I assume then that you go forth somewhere up
Pretty
to here.
much.
Okay, when you reach this area here, the soldier here says, "Your weapons, if you would." The order to relinquish their weapons was met with resistance from our heroes. They tried diplomacy, attempting to persuade the guards that they have urgent news and that keeping their weapons is essential in light of the grave danger looming over everyone. This approach, however, proved ineffective, and the guards remained steadfast. One of the guards finally told our heroes that they can retain their weapons, but they are barred from entering the hamlet. Our heroes attempted to fall back to discuss what to do, but the guards blocked Zervas' path. He is wanted for questioning and has to submit to their authority. He may not leave. Our heroes attempted another round of diplomacy, but that also failed. The guards issued a stern warning. Zervas must surrender, or they will have no choice but to attack. Our heroes, however, chose to disregard the guards' warning. In an instant, a mage and a group of Arcalvian soldiers revealed themselves, shattering their invisibility to ambush our heroes from behind. Before they could mount a defense, Michael was already on the ground, gravely wounded, and Finrun was knocked prone and surrounded. Our heroes quickly realized that there is no hope of victory. They cast aside their weapons, seeking to defuse the conflict, claiming that all of this is a big misunderstanding. At that moment, the mage who attacked them from behind addressed our heroes. "You now speak in the presence of Lozran of the House Niftel. I speak with the authority of the Archmage."
Fuck you.
You're not there! Shut up!
I'm sorry, he just slipped.
You spoke of the edict. Where is the edict?
It is safe. I left it in our supervision of my master in Geldush. It is the reason that we came here in the first place.
Finrun, what house did you say you were from?
The Tendril.
A fallen house.
Yes.
The edict is safe.
We will speak with you, Zervas, when the time comes. Finrun of a fallen house. You had the edict with you, and you left it in Geldush. With who exactly?
With my master, under his supervision.
Who is your master?
My master Therion.
You left the Archmage's edict with that old senile fool.
Well, you must understand. The undead came with a horde of their own, seeking it as well. If it were with us, I don't think we would come here alive.
Tell me, Finrun of a fallen house, who do you serve? Do you serve the Archmage, or that traitorous guild whose colors you wear now? Despite Losran's evident skepticism, Finrin's quick thinking and noble lineage from Arcalvia, even if his house had fallen, allowed him to reassure Losren of his allegiance to the Archmage. Losren returned Finrin's weapons, but kept the weapons of the rest of our heroes. He also allowed them entry, warning Finrin that he would be held responsible for the conduct of his companions. With a wave of his hand, Losren then gestured for our heroes to follow him. He led them to the former headquarters of the mercenary company that had once protected Eldehar. Now commandeered by Arcalvian soldiers, the building served as Losren's personal quarters. He instructed our heroes to wait while he arranged for some food. Their cart, Freya, their equipment, including the artifacts confiscating from the Fae, were all taken by Arcalvian soldiers. Our heroes used this opportunity to discuss what to do next.
Michael has been inside the ruins with me.
Yep.
That's gonna be bad.
Well,
I don't know anything about whatever the hell.
Yeah, you know, don't
I'm,
you know
I'm
better.
casting See the Unseen on myself.
Finrin, you get another destiny. You see a magical eye hovering above you, which means that there is at least one more mage, in addition to the one that you were fighting, who is controlling the magical eye, because as you're doing that, you're oblivious to your surroundings. So Losren, couldn't possibly be controlling that, talking with you and walking around at the same time.
I only say to my party, be careful what you say. The conversation is not that private.
So what the hell have you two been doing? I have no idea. So you're wanted for this edict? I did not sign up
Did
for this.
nothing wrong. The only wrong thing is you saw something you shouldn't have seen. Now I shall put in my good word about you and the way you saved a noble. It might be a ruined house, but still you saved a noble man's life. It might mean something.
After about 10 minutes, Losren returns with some of the commoners from the hamlet. The commoners are bringing plates and food and whatnot.
Do they look healthy?
Give me a perception check, DC4. They are malnourished. The female especially looks like she has been crying a lot. They don't even look you in the eyes, they're just staring at that ground. And they don't really look that healthy, to be honest.
I tell them to eat what brought to me.
Michael, when you said they can eat as well,
Yeah.
they all turned to Losren, and he just did that no sign with his head, and they just retreated after that.
Why do you treat them so poorly?
They have rebelled against the Archmage's authority.
They have done what?
You heard me.
They are commoners.
And
They're
they have
deep-
bound themselves to the will of the Archmage. Every single denizen of this hamlet, years ago. And they dared, filthy commoners, they dared.
My lord, can you please explain us what happened here?
I don't think he's gonna explain himself to you, but okay. You can try.
Zervus, did you again forget who you're talking to? He looks inquisitively at you.
I do not see the issue here. I inquire what happened.
Truly,
We have been...
I have misheard that you expect me to explain to you. I must have misheard.
Save your breath, Zervos. I'm sure when we talk this through, it's all gonna be okay.
Finrin,
Yes.
come with me. Losren began his interrogations, starting with Finrin. Everything seemed fine until it was Zervos' turn. Losren started suspecting that Zervos was not being completely truthful with him, but Michael's quick thinking and persuasiveness managed to save the day. In the end, Losren appeared convinced of our hero's allegiance to the Archmage, and he even came to see Michael as a skilled spy for the Weorkan noble family. Following this, our heroes inquired about Pimpim, prompting Losren to lead them to the former headquarters of Pimpim and Freya, now repurposed as a guard barracks, where Pimpim was held captive. As they approached, they spotted Ghost. He was badly beaten, injured, and shackled with a vicious collar that dug into his neck. Skardoon was nowhere to be found. Alongside Pimpim, our heroes saw Artune and a few of the builders, also badly beaten and imprisoned. While Pimpim was released, Artune and the builders remained imprisoned. Upon his release, Pimpim insisted that Ghost be released as well. After some hesitation, Lozren allowed it, warning that any further harm caused by Ghost to the Arcalvian soldiers would bring dire consequences for our heroes, as Ghost had apparently already claimed 2 lives. Our heroes then started discussing the situation and the troubling events that unfolded in their absence. Our heroes suspected that Pimpim was responsible for the current situation in Eldehar, but he insisted that they were actually on the hunt for Zervos. His explanation seemed plausible, especially since Lozren was primarily focused on Zervos and his connection to the Archmage's edict during his interrogations. Pimpim then told our heroes something terrible. The Arcalvians were holding many of the village's children hostage, including his own sister, as leverage to ensure that the will of the Archmage is not disputed. To their surprise, Pimpim also demonstrated an uncanny knowledge of their recent journey to another realm and the 2 Fey artifacts that they now possessed. Unsure of what to do next, our heroes sought a moment of respite. Finryn tried to contemplate and connect with the weapon that was given to him by the killed orc Garvin. Upon seeing what he was doing, Pimpim suggested that Finryn should meditate within the ruins behind his old headquarters.
I asked Zervos to accompany me.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow them.
Okay.
Sure.
As our heroes reach the ruins behind Pimpim's and Freya's headquarters, they all start sensing a strange presence within the ruins.
I get closer to Pimpim. What exactly is this place?
Ruins, clearly.
Yes,
Okay.
and we are not alone.
What is
This
this
is-
place?
This is a place where you can do your contemplation.
I strongly suggest against it.
Come now, don't you want friends?
What?
This type of friends.
What? Can anybody tell me what's going on?
What does
Oh,
that
come
mean?
on, Zevros.
What,
Well,
Zervos,
explain
do you,
later.
Zervos, do you trust me?
Of
what
course.
is the meaning of this?
What do you mean this
Then-
type of friends?
Wait,
I thought you brought us here intentionally because you knew. You don't realize we're not alone here, do you?
Are we ever alone?
No, I don't mean that type of alone.
I cast see the unseen with the true vision.
oh boy.
You're losing sanity.
Finryn jumps up on his feet, screaming,
Okay.
and
Well, we
with-
are actually holding him, so
and he has a dreadful expression on his face. Finryn, you lose 4 sanity points.
Finron, what did you see? I wanna know what friends did you make?
I spit before Pimpin and I go away.
No, I'm holding him. You're not going anywhere.
You are not fearful, by the way. You cannot be fearful, just so you know.
He is not fearful.
He's
not
disgusted.
fearful. Pretty much.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I was holding Finron, so he
Finron.
cannot move away.
Yeah, we were actually holding him, technically,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Finryn, if they are holding you, if they don't release you, you can't really leave. There's no way
Yep.
you're gonna get
Nah.
that contest.
Finron,
They
what
see me
is
trying to
going
go
on?
away.
We need explanations. Answer.
Yes.
Why did you bring me to such a foul place?
What's wrong with this place?
Yes, Pimpin.
It's not foul.
It is.
What's going on?
With a look of utter disgust, Finryn described how he cast See the Unseen and overcharged it to gain true vision, only to be met with a ghastly vision of Pimpim executing Skardoon right before him. When the other heroes questioned the validity of this vision, Pimpim confirmed it without hesitation. When the others pressed Pimpim for the truth, he was evasive and instead redirected the conversation to the otherworldly artifacts that our heroes took from the Fae.
You took something you shouldn't have never taken.
Me?
Well, you guys.
What?
What did we take?
What?
And I will really need you guys to return it.
What did we take?
You know what you took.
What?
What are we talking
I
about?
have no idea what we took.
Well, where were you?
Trying to find the goddamn heat.
In what realm?
This one?
Oh, you mean the organs
Yes, and an item?
and an orb?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, so it's that kind of being. Okay.
Wait, you serve those beings.
I really need you guys to return it. For the benefit of all of us.
Or what? Or
Okay,
what
tell me,
exactly?
why shouldn't you be executed on the spot right here, right now?
Exactly.
What are you talking about? Why would we execute him? Come on.
Well,
He serves those beings.
What? That,
Since your spirit.
so
took
what?
us to the
We need to
Fey
figure
realm,
out what they are. The best way to figure out what they are is to
I know what they are. They
him.
fucking tried to kill us.
But they try to kill everyone. It's in their nature.
Do you hear yourself? If that's in their nature, then they need to be disposed of.
But that's in the nature of wolves too, and you have a wolf with you right now.
Well,
It's not in their nature. It's not in anybody's nature.
Oh, not this again, Michael. Not this again. Your next sentence is gonna involve the one, and I don't want to hear it.
Garden Destiny token.
Listen, Pimpin, I care not for your space spirits. They took us there, not willingly. They get what they deserve.
Finrun had enough and left the ruins, wondering what to do with the information that he now possessed. The rest of our heroes, unable to resist their curiosity, asked Pimpim if he could arrange a meeting with this spirit that he served. He agreed, and soon enough Garn, Michael, and Zervos joined Pimpim in a deep contemplation. They managed to reach out to the spirit, but the meeting did not go as planned. Our heroes were terrified of the spirit and became sure that Pimpim was brainwashed. As they were still arguing with Pimpim about his spirit patron, Pimpim's mother came and broke down in tears, seeing her son's wounds. Overcome with emotion, she offered her home as a place where they could rest while they remained in Eldehar. While Pimpim was sleeping and his mother dressing his wounds, his physical form changed and he took on a more feral appearance. Our heroes speculated that this transformation was linked to the spirit he served. They also discussed what happened to them individually when they contacted the Fey spirit that Pimpim serves.
I would like to know, did you learn anything from the Fey spirits?
The Fey spirit is evil and tyrannical, more so than the one, and probably more so than whatever the Archmage is.
I feel offended.
No,
The one is not tyrannical.
I said the Fey spirit is more tyrannical than the one. That doesn't imply the one is tyrannical, it just means this thing is more tyrannical than it.
So it's the same as the undead.
Essentially, as far as I can tell.
it's evil to the core.
It's a different type of being that seems to want the same goals as the undead. I don't know what the Archmage's goals are yet, but I'm not entirely confident in them. And I don't know what the one's goals are, but I'm not entirely confident in those either. So
The one's goals are that there is no war in the world and that there is peace and that people love each other
So it's
as they love themselves.
come now,
That is the
Michael.
goal. That is the goal.
The army of the One fought one of the most bloody wars ever in the history of this world. They were one of the three factions responsible for that war, were they not? I'd love peace too, I would. It would be great. But come now.
You
At the
will.
one of two things is true at this point. Either the one does not want peace, or his followers do not correctly interpret his will. I want
The
to find out
second
which
one.
it is.
I want to know what happened, Zeros, after I broke the connection.
Alright, it came to me, and it said something in a way, like Pimpim, I too shall serve. And I first started to refuse, and then she actually appeared more vividly to me and invoked this unnatural feel of lust.
Yes, that was definitely her spell, right? Had nothing to do with you.
Yeah. You liked her a bit too much, didn't you? No?
I know when the feeling is natural, unlike some, and I know when it's unnatural. unlike some. So, I said no. And she actually asked me, do I wish to renounce my servitude of the Archmage? And before I said anything about denying anything, I just knew that I need to deny her. And seeing how your words affected her, I just said, you know what? The one, if you're there, please help me. In an instant, I was out of it. I don't know what to think, but I think my prayer was answered.
You see a smile on Michael's face.
Tomorrow morning, our heroes were woken by Arcalvian soldiers demanding that all the villagers of the hamlet assemble in front of the Builders' Guild. Upon reaching the area, our heroes saw Lozren in front of Attune and the builders who were previously held captive in Pimpim's and Freya's former headquarters. Attune and the builders were tied, encircled by Arcalvian soldiers. A chilling realization washed over our heroes. An execution was imminent.
No, Joseph. No, Joseph.
Guys, I'm very sorry.
You cannot do this.
No, I'm gonna kill him. Right now, right here.
So thank God I am so small and I'm in the middle of everyone, so nobody will see me casting a spell.
Lozren starts speaking. Good people, servants of the Archmage, I have brought you here all today to demonstrate how dissidents and traitors are handled. None may go against the will of the Archmage, for his will is absolute, and his will ensures the prosperity of all who serve him. These traitors here, and then he points at them, have endangered your lives and your security, and for that they will be punished.
Stop.
You hear some of the women and some of the men sobbing and some kind of whispering amongst themselves. Attune did nothing wrong. He merely raised his voice how the children were treated. That this is not fair. He shouldn't be killed. And then Lozren gets a hold of it, and he says, "Silence! I will not tolerate disobedience. Order shall be restored. The traitors shall be punished. They were given a sacred task from the Archmage himself, and they chose to disobey his orders. They are traitors and shall be dealt accordingly."
Now, guys, I know what Michael's stance on the whole thing is, right? I know what you two guys think about it, right? But I just want to make sure that you understand my reasoning, right? That I cannot, for the life of me, allow this to happen, right?
Neither can I. That's why I need to ask.
Right,
Is there any soldiers here in front of those, or there are civilians in front of those?
No. These are the immediate soldiers here, right?
Okay.
There are more civilians behind you, but no, this area is exactly as it is here. In
Okay.
And for you, Joseph, as well, right? I want you to know that it's been a pleasure. But you just put us in this situation. So as I pointed out previously, as he is giving his speech, right?
Come on, Pimpim, you swallowed so much shit already. What's another gulp more?
Exactly. And I finished my enchanting, right? Which means that now I am
Just let it happen, man. Just let it happen. The session is ending.
So, what's happening right here is that these two here, right? Wait. Where am I? These two here, guys. Yes. Small impact area. Fully overcharged insanity into frenzied. Mental save, please.
God.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I can't let this happen.
Can I counterspell it?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that does sound like a good idea.
Then I will.
Look, guys. I really understand, right? Don't get me wrong, right? I would like that I don't have to do this. I really would, but I cannot.
Well, I have to do this
right?
as well.
Exactly. No. That's perfectly fine, right? I just want to point out that it's my character cannot allow this. I made promise to Artun that I will make sure that he sees his children again.
Yeah, you tried to cast something and then Finran stopped you. You know,
That's
and he's
it.
like looking at you,
The
like
Archmage.
muttering, "Please don't, you know, we're all gonna die."
The
That's it.
Archmage protects.
Finron, I hate you now.
Lozran tells the soldiers, "Make them kneel." Any last words from a traitor to his master? And Artune says, "What we're doing here, Lozran, this isn't right. These are citizens of Arcalvia. The soldiers here should be protecting them. They shouldn't be abusing the citizens here, the people. It's not right. You know it. Silence, traitor. All I know is that you were given a task from the Archmage himself, and you dared to come to me and refuse to obey his will. You are worse than scum. You're filth that dies this day, like all traitors to the Archmage. His will be done. The Archmage protects. Soldiers, do your duty." And in an instant, the soldiers pierce them from the back
All
with
right.
their spears. They fall down. Lozran victoriously turns towards the crowd and says, "Order shall be restored. The Archmage's will always be done. Those who betray him will always meet a traitor's end." He takes one of the swords from one of the lieutenants, goes back and personally chops the head from every single one of them and tosses it into the river. You can see that the soldiers, as they are leaving, are not enthusiastic about this, but they obey. Once the people disperse, Lozran points to Finrun and he says, "Lord Finrun, follow me. We have much to discuss."
Yes, we do.
And the two of you go your separate ways.
Shame on every and each one of you for not doing what you swore to the Archmage. And I turn around.
They do not reply. They are looking at the ground, right? They do. You can see that they do feel shame.
I would go to my people here, right? Stand in front of them and say, "Let's go, man. Let's give these brave souls a proper burial."
And I will help you in doing that.
Some of the soldiers also stay to help you collect the bodies and bury them. Finrun and Lozran. Lord Finrun, I entrust upon you the following task. You are to lead your men back to Geldush. You will be escorted by some of my most trusted soldiers. They will assist you on the way if anything should arise. You are to go to Geldush, take the Archmage's edict, and bring it here so that we may fulfill our righteous purpose. Is that clear?
Yes, it is. But I must warn you, atop this hill over there is a face spirit, and it corrupts the minds of the villagers.
Do not worry, Finrun. The Archmage knows of this entity. He will prevail against her. He will destroy her like all of his enemies. This is why we need the edict.
And I must tell you as well, not long way from here, my group was ambushed by Fays, satyrs and centaurs, wild beasts.
She is plotting her moves.
Are they connected? The Fey spirits and the realm that is near.
The Fey spirits serve her, but all of her plans will be for naught. For the Archmage is a true lord. He will prevail. Nothing will stop his will.
I must ask of you to give us our cart and our items on the trip, because we have important gear that we used.
I shall give you back your items, but the artifacts that you have acquired in the Fey realm, they shall remain with me. I shall safeguard them until you return.
And I must ask, since now you know about my house and everything, can I trust that my mentor will be safe?
As long as you continue serving the Archmage, you will be safe. You have my word. What is more, I shall personally write up a report and personally deliver it once all of this is done. Your name of your house shall be restored.
Well,
what is rightfully yours will be so once again. Remember, Finrun, the Archmage rewards those that are loyal to him.
Unlike some, I know where my loyalties lie.
Go with the watchful eyes of the Archmage. And then he says, with a more intimidating tone, always upon you.